Welcome to the 52nd channel of... I've done it again. Let me redo that. Welcome to the 52nd race of the channel of Racengineer. We're in the racing point at Canada, and we're hoping to get a good result after getting some practice. But first of all, we've got to do well in the race. We've got to get a good qualifying, and hopefully we do that. We do that. But first we've got to go to qualify, which we will do in a minute after looking at some stuff, including the durability stuff, which I can tell you we are gonna upgrade because I want to, and you don't control what I do, although I may possibly do a board director thing, but I don't want to copy everyone, so yeah, may not do that. But if you do want to see that happen, put that in a comment down in the description, and put that in a comment, and please join the Discord whilst you're at it, as it's quite lonely there, and like, subscribe and whatnot, because it's quite lonely right here on the channel. There's no commenters, which is a little bit annoying. But we're just changing our power unit components for the time being, making sure we have the freshest components for the car. Let's go to qualifying now. Welcome to qualifying. We're here at the Canadian Grand Prix track. So we hit the wall, and did that just reset? I'm confused. That may just be nice. But a P8 with that lap, which is a little bit annoying, and didn't quite hook up the lap. So we're going to go on board for our second lap now. We go 1.5 seconds quicker, which is quite good, and that puts us into P3. That's quite cool. But we're on board with our final lap now. We've got Kvyat ahead of us, which ain't going to do us good. But we're losing about a tenth now as he's braking too early for us. We're going to try and overtake him going into turn 3 as the delta is up on our time. We're going into turn 3 now. We overtook it, and we're losing a tenth now just in this first sector. But we're going to plow on because maybe we made a massive mistake in sector 2 and 3. So hopefully we can gain if we did make a massive mistake. But judging by the delta, I don't think we did. So we're going to sector 2 now, going past the Expo 2020, as we lost some time there in the chicane. But going into the hairpin now, braking nice and early, we're losing a tenth, and then we gain 2 tenths back. So we could have done a better time then on the first the second run. But we're gaining in the delta, which is quite nice for us. So we're going to go send it into the final chicane now. Where we're going to come, we're going to ride the orange curves like we did in my team career. But we didn't improve on our lap. We're going to be P3. It was on the leaderboard before everything changed. But what's it going to be is P6. What a qualifying. Best of the rest, because I can tell you, judging from that not many people beat the top 3 teams, and judging by my team, one of the Red Bulls didn't do as well because engine components, I think. Yeah, Alexander Albon this time not doing too well, but Sergio Perez behind us, which is quite cool. 5 tenths off the pace, and half a tenth off us, which is not too bad if I do say so myself. As Williams are down in last, and behind us we got Noah's Ark between the McLarens and the Alfa Romeos, and same with the Williams, and same with our team, the Racing Point. But hello Claire, amazing. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. It was a P6, P3 at one point. Obviously, that's the plan. Keep an eye on me and you'll see something special. And no, the car feels great. Obviously, the car feels great. I'd like to see him perform better. I need more competition, to be honest. It's a little bit dead up here. Car wasn't right. I think we need to go back to the drawing board. Another notification on my phone. Hopefully you didn't hear that. But we beat Lando, obviously, because yeah, we got 6th and he didn't. So we're level on rival breakdown now, as we got about 3 more races to go, I believe, and just getting some driver acclaim now. And yeah, time to go to the race after Jeff compliments us on that. Yep, we've got 3 races to go. It's going to be cloudy all race, but let's go to the race now. Very cloudy.
Bonjour, it's time once again to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. If you want flat-out racing, you've come to the right place this weekend, as it's full throttle for 59% of this 2.7-mile circuit, peaking at around 210 miles per hour going into the final chicane. But that speed requires discipline, and there are more than a few close walls here just waiting to punish drivers with a heavy right foot. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Why don't we begin by discussing Alexander Albon? Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, the engineer, Perez, Ricciardo, Sainz, and Lando Norris. Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Romain Grosjean, and Ocon, Kvyat, Magnussen, Pierre Gasly, and George Russell. Albon, they've taken a grid penalty, and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Welcome to the Canadian Grand Prix, and I just want to remind you, I just want to tell you that there will be a live stream later on today, as I am preparing for a race with my friends, which they will be live streamed once I restart the season. But as we get ready for 5 lights now, we can't be talking about what's going to happen. We've got to think about what's happening now. As we get a good start now, as we bob down a little bit after, maybe because I was talking, as we go into turn 1. Hamilton and Verstappen are battling alongside. Bottas takes the lead alongside Leclerc. Vettel just there and having his own battle. We're alongside Sergio Perez as Hamilton beats Verstappen in that mini battle. But we get past Perez and make sure that we stay in this P6. But we're going to go towards the end of that lap now as Leclerc sets a 1:16.3. We're quite close to Verstappen now. He's falling off the back. He's falling behind Hamilton as I asked a stupid question from Jeff, because he would usually say different answers in the previous games, but now Bottas sets at 1:12.3, as I'm guessing Leclerc set a fastest lap before him, meaning he's obviously in the lead of the race. But we're behind Verstappen now, and gained 6 tenths on sector 2, but we're in sector 3 now, and we've got a straight in sector 3, believe it or not. So we're going to use that straight to our advantage. We're not going to use too much ERS, as I ran out of it in the my team race. So he brakes really awkwardly. Okay, that was a weird overtake, as Perez now tries battling Verstappen, as he had a really weird, that was really weird chicane from him. But we're going to go on to lap 5 now, setting a 1:12.3 with a purple sector in the final sector. So look, Verstappen was holding us up that much. Rain in 10 minutes, but that's not gonna. That'd be towards the end of Grand Prix, so not really gonna. It's not gonna phase us, as we settled 13.1. As we're gonna come across the line now to set a 12.7, as it's our pit lap now, and we're kind of gaining on Lewis as we pit with Lewis and Sebastian, as Sergio has to continue on, obviously. Surprised why Bottas and Leclerc didn't pit, as Vettel stays ahead of Hamilton. Surprised they didn't pit, because they were ahead. Anyway, Ricciardo and Sainz, I believe it was, also pit with us. As Verstappen's also pitting. I just realised that now. As we get ahead of Magnussen alongside with him, actually, as he come out in 11th place. He gets past us annoyingly, as we have to warm up our cold tyres, but we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go to the inside of turn 5 now on Kevin Magnussen, as he only appears late in the rear view mirror, which is a bit weird. But we're going to continue on to lap 9 now, as Kvyat is between me and Hamilton, as we've lost a couple of attempts to Hamilton, but we're going to make a same dive bomb on Kvyat, a little bit cleaner this time, and that puts us up into P5, as oh yeah, we overtook Verstappen, didn't we? Vettel takes the fastest lap, as we set a 1:12.3, much better on the medium tyres, so maybe that's something to think about when in the next races, as Jeff tells me something, and we cheesed the finals chicane, as Bottas sets a 1:11.8, but we set a 1:11.8, but even quicker by about half a tenth, as Gio is now out, as Jeff now says 10 to 15 minutes before rain, as it's 2.3 seconds ahead to Lewis. So yep, rain doesn't phase us, as yeah, absolutely cheesing that final chicane, and it seems to work out for us, as we lose the rear end, because it gave us the fastest lap, cheesing the chicane, and we're increasing our gap to Verstappen behind, which is quite nice, and Jeff wants us to use the overtake, and going to come to the end of lap 12 now, a 1:12.1, which is a little bit slower than our best lap, but Jeff wants us to use our overtake button again, as there is now 5 laps remaining of fuel, as we're a little bit lower in our fuel, as we cheese the final chicane again, but we lose the rear end, so it doesn't pay off, as we lose 1 second due to that. Lewis not doing a good lap as well, so that's why we're only 2.1 seconds behind. Now 2.3. Leclerc is in first. Thank you for telling us that, Jeff. Not like I already knew what that. But 15th, lap 15 now, cheesing turn 1. We've got 3 laps remaining. 2.2 to Hamilton ahead. 1:12.4. Lifting and coasting to save our battery. Save our fuel. Is 2 seconds to Lewis now. 1:12.3. 1:12.2. We set a green in the first sector, red in the second sector, as we go on to the final lap now. 3 tenths behind with a 1:12.2. And Leclerc is in first place, thank you Jeff, as we're going to come really close to Hamilton. It's going to be P5 in the Canadian Grand Prix. What a race that I enjoy. Not much happened, but we made a couple of 3 overtakes, to be honest. Albon getting drive today, making up the most positions in the race, annoyingly. Why couldn't it have been us? Why couldn't we have won our first ever race after missing out in the previous race? Anyway.
Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Why don't I take the cutscenes out? By the way, voice cut off. That's why I may sound different. My bad. Sorry. Someone was messaging me and wanted to call. I politely declined. Why don't I take the cutscenes out?
See that red suit familiar to win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again.
Oh, by the way, yeah, well done to Charles Leclerc and Vettel getting a double Ferrari podium. Hopefully that won't happen soon because yeah, I'm getting tired of that actually happening. Because as much as I want someone to challenge Mercedes, it should be Mercedes up in front. But here we are at the podium pass, almost getting to level 10. As I'd like to be at that or next one. But we're only 4 seconds off Charles Leclerc on that final lap, which is quite surprising. Gio, the only person to retire, as Williams and Haas and McLaren get a Noah's Ark in that GP. And first ever fastest lap. What a race that was. It was quite entertaining from my part. Oh, kind of. But yeah, we're gonna go to the standings as I'm still in P8, 10 points behind Renault driver, I believe I was. But we're gonna go to Claire now, as fans apparently seem to enjoy that. Did you enjoy that? Tell me. Oh, by the way, I ran out of fuel on the line. Yeah, I ran in Mitch Mix too long on that final lap. You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret? There's no secret. It's about having a great team and a great car. Well, thank you for having me. And we beat Lando in everything that we can. So that means we finally pull ahead of Lando in the rivalry breakdown. And yeah, we get to level 5 in the driver acclaim, which is amazing. But now we've got the French GP coming up, and hopefully, oh, by the way, the recording decided to stop, that's why it skipped a little bit. But gotta go to the French GP next, which will be coming out soon. But we're gonna get a Sashi upgrade. No, we're not. We're gonna get a power upgrade. No, what am I gonna? I'm gonna get a bloody hell. I'm gonna get a weight reduction upgrade on the Sashi. And yeah, I really have bad memory. But I'm gonna go now. As here are the highlights. I'm gonna leave you with them. Like, subscribe, follow, and whatnot. Comment your thoughts on the race, and until next time, I've been Racengineer. Join the Discord, and don't forget, there's going to be a live stream later at possibly 7 o'clock. I've been Racengineer. Goodbye.